Well, Sam, let's start generally, shall we? I just wonder how much fun it is at the moment to be a part of this team that's playing just some great, entertaining, exciting football and sitting top of the league at the minute.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really enjoying it at the minute. I think it's nice to have a base from last season. You know, last season was all new to a lot of players, and we've come in this year and we've sort of had that season together where we went through all new things and we can start introducing it to new players and start gelling really well.
And those new players seem to have just slipped in and fitted in immediately. Is that how it's been off the pitch? It certainly looked like it on it.
Yeah, and that's credit to the lads. They're great lads, and they're willing to learn. And I think under the manager, if you want to learn and improve, you definitely will.
Has it taken you by surprise at all how quickly Notts have adapted and how quickly you're taking this league by storm so far?
Well, I think obviously the league's new to me as well. So before the season started, I think for a lot of players it was understanding the level, and we're just focusing on how we play our game. I think that's the main thing. We're working hard on the training pitch, and we want to continue our run.
And I guess there's got to be an element of just not being scared of it. Now you've stepped up and you've shown once you just play your football and do what you do, I mean, you're getting the rewards, aren't you?
Yeah, it's still very on in the season, so it's important to keep working hard and think nothing's done yet. So, like I said, we work really hard on the training pitch, and hopefully it comes together in the games.
You say it's new to you, League Two. I don't think it's entirely new. You did play a few minutes in October 2014 for Burton. The last time you played a league game before the start of this season. Was that a memorable moment for you to get to make your league debut at that time?
Yeah, definitely. That was a big part, and something that stands out in my career, and really enjoyed the experience, and obviously went away from that for some game time, and it's great to be back.
Did you think, having then been at Kidderminster for so long, did you kind of think maybe your chances of getting back into the league were done, or did you always have that belief that you would be back one day?
No, I definitely believed in myself that I'd be back into the league, and that was always the aim. And I'm just grateful it happened with Notts County. I think it's a great club. I love it here, and just want to just keep going.
So was that very much on your mind then when you played for the first time this season? Grimsby, I think it was for you, wasn't it? 'Cause you weren't involved, I don't think, the first game. So what did that mean to you to get to run out and go, right, after those years away, I'm now back in the EFL?
Yeah, I think every player wants to play as high as they can. So it's important to keep reaching and improving, and to get that game under my belt. To be back was a great feeling.
And you've got a fair few minutes as well this season, and because the competition around you for those places in those attacking and those midfield positions is it's mad now, isn't it? I mean, it's incredibly strong competition for those positions.
Yeah, it is, and I think the great thing about this squad is when I came in to wing back against Salford, I had Azza, I had Chicks giving me tips and helping me out, and I feel like that's really important, the togetherness that the squad has, that someone can come in and everyone's willing to help out, to make sure that they do a good job, because it's all about the team at the end of the day.
Does it feel similar to last season when you didn't have a slow start by any means at the start of last season, but once you got your rhythm, you really kicked on. Has it got a similar feel to last season for you, that you're kind of getting into your rhythm nice and early now?
I think we had a little bit of rhythm last year, and we're trying to produce it again. I think this year's totally different. I feel like there's definitely a step up with the league, so it's important to keep just focusing on ourselves.
Yeah, and that's what you've got this weekend. I suppose at the moment you're just going into every game confident, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's important to be, and it's important to understand that the oppositions are tough. They're tough games, and league positions doesn't really matter. We found out against Forest Green that was a really tough game, and we've got to be ready for anyone.
Let's go with this, Sam. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Sam, wing back position's obviously something that's quite familiar to you from your time at Kiddie. Is it nice to be back in those wide positions? Because I assume you have different angles, and it probably brings back a few memories for you.
Yeah, it was great. It's great to be playing in that position as well as midfield. I think having that experience at Kiddie's definitely helped me with this position, although it's probably slightly different. But I feel like the meetings that we have and the training that we do, a lot of players should know other people's positions, and I think that's really important.
When you slot into that position, are you given sort of specific instructions based on your skill set? Because obviously you and Aaron Nemain, for example, will have different qualities and different attributes. Does the gaffer tweak anything for your sort of individual style?
I wouldn't say he particularly changes anything, but I definitely agree that I'm not as fast as Aaron, so I'm not going to play the game slightly differently to him. But I feel like there's an overall theme to how we want to play in that position.
Geraldo Bajrami, he's undergone the knife recently. It's nice to see him around still. He's always got a smile on his face, hasn't he? I imagine you're gutted for him, but also being a big support to him, your old Kiddie teammate.
Yeah, I'm gutted for him, but literally the day after he came back in, all smiling and as if nothing happened, and that's the type of character G is. So positive, and just to have him round, seeing him every day with a smile on his face, and I'm so gutted for him, but he's working hard behind the scenes, and I hope he's back soon.
What's the mood in the camp like ahead of Saturday? I assume it's one of those times at the minute where the lads just can't wait for every game to come round.
Yeah, we're really excited. We want to be back out there as much as possible because we're really enjoying it. But I feel like there's still levels to go. I think we found that out on Saturday that we can be better, and it's exciting to have stuff to improve on.
What have you made of the away followings this season? We're expecting another big one down at Colchester. Just what sort of boost does that give you when you walk out for the warm up and you see that away end starting to fill up already?
Oh, it's incredible. I think this league has bigger stadiums, and Notts fans aren't stopping with the numbers, so it's great to see, and it just gives us that extra bit.